Do 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 do.
Miss President is here.
Welcome and welcome, and this is one of the Minecraft maps I've made. Is Operation Barbarossa, also known as the invasion of Russia during 1941. And I'm going to show you the first bit. Here's the German invasion of tanks, infantry, and planes. These are 3 U-87 Junkers Stukas, mainly dive bombers that they used. They were widespread, and the Messerschmitt's Bf-109, which was probably one of the most produced planes during World War II. Here's an SBZ I have no idea. I gotta look up the name. An SDKF KFZ 222. Here is a Panzer IV with extra armor and a longer barrel. Here is a destroyed T-26, a wrecked Bf-109 that crashed, the Russian defensive line, trenches, the villages, gun emplacements, machine gun emplacements, the whole shebang, miles of barbed wire, machine gun emplacements, cannon emplacements, more T-26s, another village, another T-26. That is a T-34. That multiple people have helped me with this map. KV-1, T-34. The main, headquarters of the Russian intelligence during this time. That's why there's so much fortifications. The main building with machine gun emplacements, a cannon emplacement, mortars, a gigantic cannon to fend off against the Germans, sorry. More forests, lots of trenches, another village fortified with trenches and guns. And that's the first defense. Now let's go back to the second defense. And tons of trenches, barbed wire, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guard towers to hold off this defensive line. Hundreds of thousands of trees, and another destroyed village that is being protected by hedgehog barricades. That's what they were called. Defenses. The village got all their doors, pieces of wood, coat hangers, beds to defend the main gate, and destroyed houses. And this is basically the main. This is probably one of the biggest maps me and my friends have ever done. So how does everybody like it?
It is cool.
Thanks. Now on to the next one. I have 1, 2, 3 more, I believe. Four, I believe. I'm going to talk about that later. This is the invasion of Omaha Beach in Normandy. This is the USS Texas firing upon the beach. Explosions from the water explosions from the mortars on the beaches. The American forces going onto the beaches. The bloody beaches of Normandy. Destroyed boats. fortifications, 3 destroyed bunkers, 1 is still in use, a barbed wire trench system with Germans ready to defend on the oncoming American forces, the medical tent, 2 mortar teams, and the general and the medic talking about the losses that they have had so far. And here is this. American, British, Canadian, and German forces. Estimated deaths for the D-Day were 10,000 for Allies and an additional estimated 4,000 to 9,000 enemy deaths. This took me 2 days to do every single block. And there's 10,000 blocks. I kind of built that in honor of the lives that were lost on our side. And there's the end. Rate 0 out of 10. Rate how good this map is compared to my Operation Barbarossa.
One zero.
Sweet. Guess on to the next one. Now, this is a map that me and my friend made with a special block that can literally copy and paste anything. And here's actually a better version of the T-26 from Operation Barbarossa. Here is a World War II German convoy line with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Panzer IVs and 2 German half tracks. And the German half tracks have been ambushed by the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks, all the soldiers, and incoming soldiers. These are standard issue Panzer IVs that were mainly used, and the leader is the most fortified and with an extra, a longer cannon and the extra armor. It's a really small map, but I'm really proud of it, honestly. Me and my friend are. Well, on to the next one. Now, both of these are going to be. Now, the next two are about to be called are about World War One. I'm gonna go this one.
Okay.
I'm gonna start all the way over here. No, I'm actually gonna start over here. This is World War One. It actually should be labeled 1916. I got the dates wrong. But this is the Battle of the Somme, one of the most famous battles from July of 1916 to November of 1916, and on the first day there was a whopping and sadly 60,000 deaths on the first day of the Somme between German and British forces defending France. Here is the headquarters with the medical bay, radio tower, and defenses ready just in case. Now we go to... I attempted to make a Big Bertha, I've seen gigantic French cannons that is being used. It's a mortar, basically. And machine gun emplacements to defend the mortars, barbed wire, and more cannons. And here is a Mark V British tank. Mark I British tank. It's the first time tanks were actually ever used in this war. And the reason for these pieces of wood is when they go... These shouldn't be over... These only for the British were here. But those are basically used for going over enemy trenches. And here is a French FT-17 light tank. A destroyed Mark I tank. And there is actually a difference between that one and that one, because this one has camouflage, that one is just green, and this one's a female. There is actually a male and female World War I tanks. The male has 6-pounder cannons and machine guns, and the female only has machine guns. And the females were mainly used during World War I because the infantry of the trenches, it was easier to wipe out all of or clear the trenches because they didn't know what was happening. They were scrambling, not knowing what to do. So they were all confused, shooting at it with everything they had with their rifles, and well, all they had was rifles. And basically were in panic. And here are German tanks, the destroyed ground from the mortars over the mortar over there, a Sturmtiger, a destroyed one, and a half destroyed, half working one. They still are using the cannon. This is a German occupied French town. And now I'm going to show you my last map. And again, I think I got the dates wrong on this one too. I think it's 1916 as well. And here are more Mark V, Mark I tanks, mortar emplacements, a car with a machine gun, barricades that they actually had time to put up, and the occupied Ottoman village, which is absolutely mortared half to death. And more reinforcements coming in from the rear, and a barbed wire wall, attempting to defend it as much as it can. And the machine gun placement with a cannon? Wait, that's machine gun. I gotta fix that. Hold up. There we go. Well, that's all my maps.